Hi, my name is Dan Dalton. I'm a religious land use attorney with the law firm of Dalton and Tomich in Detroit, Michigan. I've worked with mosques, synagogues, temples, churches, all sorts of religious institutions across the United States since 2000 when RLUIPA was passed. And one of the most frequently asked questions that I get is, what if RLUIPA doesn't apply to my case? There may be situations where RLUIPA does not apply to your case, and the contours of that is starting to be discussed right now in many courts. For example, in the Seventh Circuit, which is Illinois, Chicago, Wisconsin, Indiana, those areas, there is a recent Court of Appeals decision that found that a fire code is not a land use regulation and therefore does not fall within RLUIPA. But in the Second Circuit, which is in Virginia, in Culpeper County, a federal court just found that a building code does apply to RLUIPA. The same thing goes with eminent domain. For example, again, in the Seventh Circuit, where a court has found that eminent domain doesn't apply, but in the Ninth Circuit, which is California and all the West Coast states, there's a decision that found that it does apply. RLUIPA is state and circuit dependent. So it's very important when you start out evaluating your case to see if that regulation applies or not based on the case law within your circuit. If it doesn't apply, though, there are other things you can look to. You can look to state law. There's about 21 states that have enacted their own version of RLUIPA called RFRA, the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. There is state constitutional claims under the state's Free Exercise Clause. There's federal constitutional claims under the First Amendment Free Exercise Clause, under the Due Process Clause, under the Equal Protection Clause, and in some cases under the Commerce Clause. All of these are dependent on the facts of your case. RLUIPA, though, is that great equalizer. These federal laws doesn't give you as many protections, and the constitutional claims don't give you as many protections, but they certainly can assist you in evaluating your claim and challenging that denial if RLUIPA doesn't apply.